of 40. And here, Sugar Ray. This a lot of trash. Here we go for round one. Back and forth they go. Nope, that jab not going to score. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Lucky that hook didn't score. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something. And there's the bell for round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He didn't take that jab well at all. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. They exchange punches. They are going to surrender. No mas. So there you have it. It is official now. Here we are, getting ready for this showdown. Smoking the Galveston. This bout, so much hype surround. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Is this the beginning of the end for this legend? What's keeping Joe Frazier on his feet?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they do? What are they telling when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And that punch misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And shoot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears. Here we go for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
You fight the swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
Those counter punches have to hurt. It's bombs away. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He throws a punch, a receipt. Oh, my word! Jack Johnson on the defense. What's he going to do to get out of this trouble? Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get your minds on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
On to the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful. Can you imagine if he knocks out Joe Frazier? Frazier finally answering back.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
He threw a punch and just got countered. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Frazier is in trouble again. How is Frazier still standing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose. There's the bell for round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They just won't stop throwing punches. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. A perfect counter shot. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He threw the hook, didn't land. And that hook misses. They both want the knockout. Good job defending the jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That bell could not... And there's the bell for round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's see if they go to the body. This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful simple counter shot. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You can't.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. The Galveston Giant in real trouble now. And down goes Jack Johnson. And that body shot folds in like an old T-shirt.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Talk about Johnson in that last one. There's the bell for round 6. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. And he scores with the counter. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Fighter willing to slow down. Looking to land the hook. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go, and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Is down big time on the scores. Here we go. It's round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The charts action from both of these fighters. Can't score with that hook again. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Catch and shoot. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Hook misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That counter shot lands. The courage on display here is incredible. Despite what the shoulder right there. Smoking Joe may go. this point, you got it. And they're back at it again here in round 8. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? That hook is carried away. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
That hook's blocked. This round could go either way. 10 seconds. Hold that thought! Are we about to see the... This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. So apparently the referee deems it's not that serious, and this fight moves on. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in a... What a crisp, cool evening. We are live outside at Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Jack Johnson, 200 pounds with a reach of 74 inches. And his opponent, Smokin' Joe Frazier. He took part in the greatest boxing trilogy of all time with Muhammad Ali. He defines the words Philly fighter.
There is no joke about this.
You're looking at Jack.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner,
Lots of hype as they will fight. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Nice job blocking the hook. jab starting to mark him up. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This with that jab. Catch and shoot. When you're fighting a swarmer and you know their goal is to bury their head right in your chest, the uppercut will probably come in handy.
Oh man, you've got swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this.
Back out there and begin the round.
And there's the bell to start round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. Missing with the left hook. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink, because one big shot and this thing could be over. Caution being thrown to the wind. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
I'm happy. Good man. Back behind your jab. Basics.
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
with the jab. It doesn't score. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the beginning of the end for this legend? Down goes Joe Frazier. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that... 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Breathe. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Just come on. You've led him back into the fight. You're way better. Beautiful. That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in there. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together. You've been coasting this fight, and now you're going to let him get back in. Now it's a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident. You're focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him any free shots, your jab, and then start gathering your pace and win the round back. You were loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Swing and a miss with that hook. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. Nice counter shot. You got to like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fire, refight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
A big whiff with the right hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Johnson in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so easy.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab is slick. Done all your work all the way through camp.
On to the 5th we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why? Excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These two fighters are made for one another. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got level skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight halfway through the round. I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Can't find a home for that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Johnson in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Great round. Now relax. Just get him on this round.
On to the sixth round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
That left uppercut doesn't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? He blocks the right uppercut. Fighter willing to slow down. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round. Round 7, here we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Punch, counter punch. Only catching air with that hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both men step back for just a moment. Those counter punches have to hurt. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about what.
This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Yes, I like that round.
And there's the bell for round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch caught him clean. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more. Hold that thought! Is Frazier in trouble? Frazier never won to back off or back down.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
That's lights out right there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time. A unanimous...